popping in, yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. Minnesota Vikings taking on the Miami Dolphins.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. They start on the ground with Adams. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, second down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Especially if you feel like everything is going to be like...
Now left side on the swing pass. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He may try to run for this. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, You're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
The quarterback taken down.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But for the offense, I want to hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here are the Dolphins now getting set for their initial possession. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week? But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting they continues to streak in this game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with
Here's football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Bird. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Number 89.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now the try here for the pull and after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf, dude. That's bottom shelf material. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I have no humanity.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The draw play. This is Adams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
10 at the 43-yard line.
It's a give to Adams out of the shotgun. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He's a good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
This one is tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally, you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
39-yard line.
On second down now, it's Adams. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 34. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Yeah, you just got to get people coming in.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Vikings 3.
Eight yards to go on second down.
Shit, I was spy again.
those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw. Burn. Oh, complete. That's Dean. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Burn. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Dean. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, Potts. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Number 42.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
He's trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burn. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown.
From a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8.
Vikings 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. They're going to run this with a tight end. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
The tackle made.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Because here's the thing.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
I almost lost it.
There goes a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
I know, yeah. When we first put it on all Madden, we were losing some games. Yeah, well, right. Next game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Yeah, I used to go after.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as his defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good edge steam going.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Off the play fake. Byrne. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
30.
Give him 30 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Byrne. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 4th down, Brian Flores going to call on the field goal unit.
Having a good streak.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
Vikings 6.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that could alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. It's incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete from the contact. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And it'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Right now?
That's taken on the 25. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Stuff like that.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers players out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
You know, it depends if they're outside run, inside run, aggressive, conservative. Like you just said it.
From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. In the middle. 22-14 was the final score.
So,
and finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles.
It'll stuck. You can't.
Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They got a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. That's Dean. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover and double and triple and do what you have to do? But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He finds a man with a crossing wheel. And for a Miami touchdown.
That drive, they really increased their cushion. Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, in a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Viking 6.
But there's some things that just he'll keep going. Try and stuff. set up my plays, but you know.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
So how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so well. And maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
There's also like things you can plug in that'll boost the signal. Like you have it plugged in to one of your wall outlets.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6 is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there. Watching for trouble on the road. And making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mention the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes. but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. He'll run it. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
36 on the carry.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
That's good.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A gain of 6 there on first. That catch, by the way, ties him with Anquan Bolden all time. He's now at 1,076 career catches.
That number's staggering, isn't it? And to accumulate that many catches, you have to have played like Anquan Bolden with a fierce toughness and a ton of pride.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Shepard. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second and 6. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll go down, and that will do it. From the 3rd quarter of action. And we'll return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And this one quickly to Lamb. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be.
And he will score. Touchdown, Viking. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The tackle made at the 40.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake. Burn. There's that man again. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Complete.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
The 8-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
To throw on 2nd down. Burn. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And it's caught. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Brought down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not,
7-yard.
one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
The kicker on.
It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
The kick is good.
And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football, he does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called, and then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
So yeah, he's a running back. I haven't done it yet because his name is but
they'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Very quickly here, and that's complete. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back to throw now on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Complete to C.D. Lamb. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Dolphins' 21-yard line.
Buying time is left. Now he'll pull it down. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. C.D. Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
The kicker on for the extra point.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
6-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught inside by Adams. That catch good for only a couple.
Defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hit him.
Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Leads to second and goal.
58-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter, punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Right back to him on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
Bears, I swear.
This is Desby Music.
Hey yo,
No.
Nike check.
He's in for a fucking play.
I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on
Put
a
that on your
white tee.
controller,
And
dude.
shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a
Take it
pair of
easy,
Nikes. If I like it, get the bag and then I
He can't run it back. Oh, you suck, bro.
tryna put them on, but they never do it. Jay like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, I take your finger, lick a chicken. I mean, keep it rocking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot, Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo,
They know their
Nike
games,
check.
though, huh?
T-shirt check, sneakers check, socks check, hoodie check, shorts check. Nike, I done made about $1 million.
Because I'm so tired.
Water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag,
Did you
then I
see me
flip,
rocking
watch
that
me do
fool?
it.
Yeah, dude.
On my wrist,
Know that.
tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking.
I can't even upgrade you anymore. I don't care about you. Experience points.
Fucking stripes said it's alright. Then I cut her off. Shorty stepped on my off-white. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't. I'ma say, got a new Prestos and a J's in a way. Got a new Chris Boss, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's talking too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Boy, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. Shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes.
You're all fresh,
If I like
too,
it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I
What do
flip
they
it,
want?
watch me
What
do
do we
it.
do?
On them all, my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute. Like, don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken. I take
Number
the
the
finger,
top
lick
one,
a chicken. I
first
mean,
guy.
I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check.
Mistakes. Is the number 1 round, first round?
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I'm free. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I don't do it for fame. It's the love for the game. I go in like I'm prepared for the rain. They amazed. I ain't break from the stay through. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 20. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve.
Yeah, that may be for the division.
I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Lions a top team. Hey, bro, you do, man. You do? I'm an 88. I remember sleeping with my ribs down. Alright, bro. Later.